The sixth angel has trumpeted. Revelation 9:13. The sixth angel trumpeted, and I heard a single voice from the four horns of the golden altar before God. And it said to the sixth angel, the one holding the trumpet, release the four angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates. So the four angels who had been prepared for an hour, a day, a month, a year, were released to kill a third of mankind. The number of the mounted troops was 200 million. And I heard their number. And now here is how I saw the horses and those riding on them. They had breastplates that were fiery red, hyacinth blue, and sulfur yellow. The heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of the mouths came fire and smoke and brimstone. By these plagues a third of mankind was killed, by the fire and the smoke and the brimstone that came out of their mouths. For the power of the horses is in their mouths, and in their tails, for their tails are like scorpions, having heads by which they inflict injury. But the rest of mankind, those not killed by these plagues, did not repent and turn away from their works of their hands. They would not stop worshiping demons and the idols of gold and silver and stone and wood, which cannot see or hear or walk. And they did not repent and turn away from their murders, or their sorceries, or their sexual immorality, or their stealing. Okay, so what will happen is when the current conflicts come to a conclusion, the world, the global government that exists, will give a global invite to nations to join. And then what will happen is they will join. Then the government will claim sovereignty over all those who do not join. Okay. Then there will be a divided kingdom. So Daniel 2, verse 41, whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes, partly of potter's clay and partly of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. Verse 42, the kingdom will be partly strong and partly broken. So in Daniel chapter 2, verse 40, the verse here says something very important. It says, iron breaks and subdues. So the element of iron breaking and subduing carries over into modern times. Okay? In Daniel 7, verse 17, the fourth beast uses exactly the same language, with the exception that it gets more descriptive. Okay, so Daniel 7, verse 17. These four beasts, which are great, are four kings which shall arise out of the earth. Okay, so the four kings here are the lion, the bear, the leopard with 4 heads, and the beast with 10 horns. 7 heads and 10 horns. In Daniel chapter 7, there are 4 beasts. In the book of Revelation, the 4 beasts have combined and become a dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns. So when the book of Revelation starts talking about the dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns, it represents 4 kings. It also represents Satan. Revelation chapter 12. There a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. She is pregnant, crying out in birth pangs, in agony to give birth. Then another sign appeared in heaven, a great fiery red dragon that had 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 royal crowns on his head. His tail swept away a third of the stars of heaven, and it hurled them to the earth. And now the dragon stood before the woman who was about to give birth, so that whenever she gave birth, he might devour her child. And she gave birth to a son, a male child, who is to rule all the nations with an iron rod. And her child was snatched away to God and to his throne. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by God, so they might take care of her for 1,260 days. And war broke out in heaven, Michael and his angels making war against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought. But they were not strong enough, and there was no longer any place for them in heaven, and a great dragon was thrown down, the ancient serpent called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth, and his angels were thrown down with him. Then I heard a loud voice from heaven saying, Now have come the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his anointed. For the accuser of our brothers and sisters, the one who accuses them before our God day and night, has been thrown out. They overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives even in the face of death. So Revelation 17, verse 9. Here is the mind that hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, the 7 mountains of Rome, on which the woman sitteth. The woman is Mystery Babylon. So Daniel 2, verses 44 and 45. The mountain was cut out of the rock was cut out of the mountain without hands, and smote the image on the feet, and destroyed the iron, the bronze, the clay, the silver, and the gold. Okay, so we have a mysterious destruction of Babylon in the end times. So Revelation 17, verse 5, on the forehead of the woman was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. And then Revelation 17, verse 18, the woman is that great city that ruleth over the kings of the earth. So then they will elect their man into office. Okay? The government, the global government, will elect their man into office. There will be 8 kings who take the position. Okay? Revelation 17, verse 10. There are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, one is yet to come, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. The beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. And if I haven't mentioned it, yet, Revelation 13, verse 5, power was given unto the beast to continue 42 months.